Hey, what's up, guys? I meant to upload this today, but well, yesterday, because it's probably up to, whatever. But I kind of fell asleep, and yeah, I didn't wake up until like 8. So yeah, like 8 at night, and it's 9 now. So, anyways, this is a Mixtier match against Spencer. It's some kid who lives in California with Mixtier. Yeah, they're friends. So, anyways, he was gonna battle me, and he decided we were gonna have Mixtier, so I just grabbed bagged, and he brought mostly OUs and UUs. I brought 2 OUs, 1 UU, and like the rest are like NURU stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna lead off with my Heatran because I was gonna make him think I was gonna be a Stealth Rock lead, and then potentially go for a move on something. I'm Scarfed one. But I know he's definitely just going to Earthquake because a dead Heatran's a good one, and you can get an advantage like that because I'm probably, it looks like I'm a Rock lead, so yeah. Anyways, he's going to go for an Ice Shard here as I went on to Rotom to avoid the Earthquake. He is going to get a pretty nice amount of damage off. I was actually surprised to do that much damage, but I mean, it is super effective. So I went for the trick because, one, it's, going to either cripple Donphan or something that's coming in because I'm going to give it specs. But it turns out he's carrying the Never Melt Ice, which means this Ice Shard won't actually be doing as much. Now, I didn't really pay attention to what he had. I just kind of assumed that he had leftovers from the beginning. So when I was battling, I had no clue he had Never Melt Ice, and I was like, well, that Ice Shard did nothing compared to the last one. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for a Leaf Storm here. Now, it looks like he can just one-hit KO me from this, point. So I'm just gonna switch out, try to save Rotom for later. I mean, he is pretty fast. It's timid, so I mean, I can outspeed something, get off some nice damage. So that'd be really nice. So I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna go out into my Heatran because I know he's locked into Ice Shard. So I do 4 times resist that, and I can either kill him, or I can, predict a switch now into something, him trying to save his Donphan for getting rid of my Rotom later or something. So I'm going to go for a Will-O-Wisp here, predicting some kind of switch, maybe into Scrafty, because Scrafty do tend to have max HP, max special defense with bulk up a lot, or Dragon Dance, but I kind of assumed it would be a bulk up one. So he's gonna come in like I wanted, and that's really good because it's most likely a Moxie one because no one really tends to run Shed Skin. So yeah, even though the bulkier ones usually should have Shed Skin because it help a lot more, but whatever. Now I'm gonna Togekiss. I see Drain Punches, and that does a pretty decent amount of damage. I did not expect that much damage at all, but that's good. I can take it a lot better, obviously. So I don't know what kind of EVs he has running. Probably, like I said, max HP, max special defense, but whatever. So now he's going to be forced to switch, and I know the switch into Ferrothorn is pretty obvious because it will get Iron Barb's damage and it is neutral. So on the predicted switch, I'm just going to go for an Aura Sphere because it was a safe play overall because it's super effective on Scrafty and he really couldn't do anything to me. And if he did decide to stay in, I can just Air Slash. But he did go out to Ferrothorn. It does about half health, and I was like, okay, well, that should be about to a KO, depending, on everything. But I'm just gonna stay in and go for a second Aura Sphere because I was pretty sure that I could take it out. I was just hoping I could take it out at least because I don't want him to Leech Seed, Protect, or Toxic, or set up entry hazards. But he's actually gonna barely live, which is really annoying. He's gonna set up Rocks, which honestly does not matter. Because his team is a little crippled already, and I still have all my guys, and I have a full health Togekiss, and so that's fine by me. Now he's just obviously not going to want to take damage with anything else, especially because Ferrothorn's not like it's going to outspeed anything. It's so goddamn slow, it's not really going to be able to do anything. So we're just going to leave it in as fodder at this point, and it's going to be one dead Ferrothorn. Now I believe he's going to go into his Scizor, but turns out it's not Scizor, it's his Zoroark in disguise. I completely just was like, alright, well, Scizor can be a huge threat, and if my Scizor is a speed tie with his Scizor, I kind of would like to Thunder Wave in case he Swords Dances on the Switch. So that's what I did, because forms of priority would be a lot better without Scizor, because then I could Sucker Punch, Fake Out, Bullet Punch if I wanted to, and then potentially him Parahaxed, and I can easily take it out with something. So now I'm going to go for an Air Slash because I found out it is Zoroark. I'm just going to try to Paraflinch him to death. So surprisingly though, this is an Oko, and I wasn't really expecting that. I thought that, Zoroark was a little bit more bulky. Well, I know it's not bulky at all, but I mean, I thought I could take a hit, especially from full HP, but I guess I'm modest and running a lot of, I think, max special attack I'm running, and like maybe max HP. I'm not sure what the hell this thing's max HP stat is. I don't really use Togekiss all that much. So he's gonna bring in god damn, I can't think of this thing's name for some reason. Cobalion, and I'm gonna stay in. I was maybe thinking Stone Edge, so I wanted to see what he's gonna do. I thought I could take one, because it's Cobalion. I'm just gonna Aura Sphere because it's super effective. Turns out he's a special variant, so I wasn't expecting that, and that could have been a good, switch out into Heatran. Kind of expecting a Stone Edge, but if it was going to close combat, that would have been pretty bad too. But yeah, so I'm gonna Roost up after this hidden power because I know he's gonna wear me down, and at that point, basically, he can got something like Scizor or Bullet Punch me, and I don't want that. I want to have some health. When Scizor comes in, maybe I can potentially take a Bullet Seed, or not Bullet Seed, Bullet Punch, and then paralyze that like my original plan was. And he might know that though, because I should go for the Thunder Wave on that Scizor. So he I really thought it was Scizor back then. So. That would pretty much give away my whole idea. So, I mean, that's a good way to screw somebody over in OU. You can just make them like, oh, okay, well, now you know what they're going to do when you have your actual one out. So, yeah. So, now I'm going to predict another hidden power ice. I'm going to do my Heatran because it does 4 times resist it, and I can easily just go for, a move to take this out. Turns out he's just going to go for a Calm Mind, and because I'm Scarfed, I will definitely be able to speed Cobalion, even though it's like extremely fast. So I mean, I could go potentially for an Overheat, but after that, if he wanted to Scrafty, then he could set up on a switch, and if he's got a substitute one, then that could be potentially dangerous, because after a substitute and a bulk up, or something like that, then he could definitely do some work and just be slightly annoying. But I'm going to go for Earth Power because it's overall safe, and it did KO. And I was going to go on to his actual Scizor here, which I was like, alright, well, you know what, he's probably going to set up a Swords Dance on the Switch, so I'm going to stay in, go for an Earth Power, scout out, see what he's going to want to do, what kind of set he is. If he's Banded, he's going to go for Super Power taking me out, but if he is, a Swords Dance one, he's just going to go for predicting the Switch. If I definitely was not Scarf right there, I would have switched out, but switched up moves, KO'd him. But I'm going to go for a second Earth Power here, because I know I'm going to Fink this turn, because he's definitely going to go for something, maybe even Roost. But turns out I'm going to get a crit, and that's actually going to be kind of stupid, because now his Scizor is going to be taken out. So that mattered just the tiniest bit, but it still mattered. So now he's going to his Donphan, and he's going to basically just die, because he's just going to go for an Ice Shard. I don't know what he was doing here, but Donphan is going to do a tiny bit of damage, because it's not Never Melt Ice boosted, it's not Stab, it's a very low base power, and it's 4 times resisted, so yeah. So the Earth Power will easily take out that Donphan, because there's at 1 HP, so yep, that's that. And now he's going to go out to his Scrafty, which I'm going to stay in, scout out how much damage I can do with Earth Power before I do switch out, because he is a burned Scrafty, so I don't really think there's much he can do. I mean, if he does Drain Punch or something, it's not going to do too much, and what it does, he's going to lose most of it to the burn damage anyways, so I could potentially win this war staying going for Earth Powers, but I don't want to. I'm going to switch out and go into what do you call it, crap, my Rotom, because I know I can take a drain punch if it's burned, and then I can fire off a move of my choice at it, and yeah. Now he does have rocks up, and I completely forgot about that. So I'm going to take a little bit of rocks, but I believe he just goes for a bulk up here. Oh, sorry, I didn't expect to take a drain punch. I was just going to fodder myself out. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But turns out he's just going to go for a bulk up, and I was like, alright, you know what, I could potentially try and get a 6-0, but I really don't even need to, so I'm just going to stay with Rotom and go for a Leaf Storm. If this is, you know, max special defense, max HP, it can probably take it, just live barely, and yeah, so I'm going to go for the Leaf Storm, and I believe he, like, just barely lives at, like, 1 HP or something. He's just going to go for a Drain Punch at this point, and that's going to take all my health back, but like I said earlier, he does have the burn, so whatever he gets, he's not really going to, you know, keep. But he's going to barely survive the burn damage looking at his HP. He is a Moxie one, so that is some good information, I guess. But I kind of think, you know, if he had Shed Skin, he would have been better off this battle. Ow. I just whacked my toe on my computer desk. I'm going to have to Scizor here, just Bullet Punch for the win. And that's going to be a good game, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll leave his channel in the link below. I don't really think he uploads, but I'll still leave it down there anyways. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and sorry I didn't upload this. I'm also working on this huge-ass match me and Mixtier at. It's like 73 turns, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys tomorrow.